What's good, BitRushers? My name's DeFi Brains, and you're watching another edition of BitRush Crypto's NFT Insiders. Today's interview is going to be with Gordon from MetaGaia, which is a premier immersive metaverse P2E play-to-earn game. MetaGaia enables a community and culture of digital ownership in a fun, captivating, decentralized world. So let's go ahead and get into that interview now. And obviously, you guys know the routine. If you're enjoying the content, tap on that thumbs up button. Go ahead and give us a share on social media. Leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and links for everything will be in the description below. Welcome into the interview. We're here with Gordon.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. Hi, Biraj.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience? Get a little background?
Of course. My name is Gordon Kwok. I'm a CEO of Applicate Group. We are a blockchain technology company based in Hong Kong. We started like 4 years ago. Our main focus has been trying to make the blockchain technology very popular, introduce this to a larger group of people, not just like coin or like crypto enthusiastic. So we have been doing this. We're starting off building our Kwok, and then now actually we're offering our latest project called MetaGaia. It's a metaverse project that we're hoping our community members would like it. So that's the short introduction of the company. And myself, maybe I should give a little bit short introduction of myself as well. So I grew up in Hong Kong, and then I went to the US for my education. And then I came back to Hong Kong in 2000. Ever since, I started off as a management consultant at McKinsey, and it has been a private equity investor for almost 20 years. And then I started off this Advocate company, Advocate Group, in 2018.
Awesome. So you guys are building a metaverse. Tell us a little bit about that. Why you decided to, build out in the Web3 metaverse.
Sure, sounds good. Well, first of all, we start off as a more like enterprise blockchain solution company. So we offer people like a lot of things. I start off with some loyalty points conversion. Interestingly, if you imagine there's a lot of loyalty points floating around, let's say McDonald's, Starbucks, or whatever. So sometimes this point, let's say you collect the McDonald's points, you want to convert to some other points, how do you do that? If you consider those points as tokens, actually we are basically like a little bit like exchange for you to converting different points, right? So we start off with that, partner with some big companies in Hong Kong, and then slowly we realize actually that is just not maybe the best way to so-called make this technology popular. So we want to do something more to consumer based. So starting like in late 2020, we offered our NFT product because like at that time, NFT really started booming, and we thought that is really the first product that could really get into the consumer base. So we started with that, and then the more we do it, actually realize NFT may be just the building blocks of a bigger things. The bigger things we mean the metaverse, because you need to have an environment for people to use the NFT, to show off the NFT, or right now, people not satisfied just maybe a profile pictures as an NFT, they want to have some utilities around it. So we thought, okay, so maybe metaverse is the best way for people to not just buying an NFT and try to flip it somewhere else, but also actually, like you mentioned, the very keyword Web3, right? Web3 is a major thing, in my opinion, going forward based on this technology. So we decided actually metaverse is the way to go, and then we start in 2020, like I say. We slowly build out our metaverse called MetaGaia, and now, that is the reason we're building it, and now we slowly offering different part of our MetaGaia to our community members. So some of them maybe already noticed our Discord. We offer our so-called metaverse for people to walk around like since last month, and then we slowly will have like shopping and also the gaming functions of it.
Sure. And will you be able to like interact with other players and socialize?
Oh yeah, of course. So I think the very basic function for the metaverse, of course, let's say you and me, instead of having Zoom on the black screen, I want to offer a place for people. Let's say you look like whatever you want to look like. I want to look like wherever I feel being presented, and then inside the metaverse we will interact with each other. maybe we'll start off, let's say, okay, you have your crowd, I have my crowd, and then I will just walk around with my crowd. And slowly we're mixing up with each other in the metaverse. It's basically it's a real world, but it's like 3D basis. And it will interact with each other. So that will be the first function, socialize. I think that's the key components of a metaverse. And then like I say, the second part of it will be the shopping part. So we have been partnering with some branding partners. So one of the major IP we are offering will also put into one part of metaverse, and then we'll offer product and also that thing. The IP that I just talked about actually is very interesting IP. We're building a metaverse theme park in there. So
Oh, wow.
people will go in there, play around, enjoy what we can offer, hopefully.
And so the NFTs, they're going to be, essentially like your avatars, and also you'll be able to customize them in other ways.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that, like how you're going to integrate the NFTs into the metaverse that you're building here with MetaGaia.
Sure. So for NFT that we're offering, actually right now predominantly is the one that we are going to use in our first game called Hexahero. So we're offering some robot, like a round shaped combat robot, so you can play with each other, with other players. We also offer some pilot, quote unquote, we call it heroes. So with three heroes, three hexa, you can play, player versus player. So pretty similar to other like so-called play to earn games, right? So with that, however, we want to go beyond that. So for the characters that you use, you continue to building up. You can use it as your avatar if you like, to represent yourself in MetaGaia walk around. So for the products that we want to offer in our games, we want you to be able to use it in the whole MetaGaia settings. So that is the overarching theme. Then for the customization, like I say, actually it's very important. Like you want to look like, what you want to look like, and I want to customize myself. So we do have an engine. So we will offer you, let's say, start with some rather basic character, and then you slowly putting on different customization. First of all, for facial expression, we have a lot of customization for you to choose from. And then later on, let's say you are not satisfied with just some basic T-shirt, so you could buy some digital asset like digital fashions to put on there, accessory like you want a cool hat, you want a cool sunglasses and so forth. You can put on your characters. So you want really building up something to represent yourself. So that will be also the customization that we are offering in MetaGaia.
Awesome. So you'll be able to kind of layer on top of your initial NFT, and then
Oh yeah.
also customize it with additional purchases and upgrades.
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. And tell me a little bit about like where it's going to be hosted, how you're going to be able to access it. Is it going to be browser based? Is it going to be on a
Mm.
console or multiple platforms, possibly your cell phone? What are you guys doing with that?
Okay, that's an excellent question. Thanks for bringing it up. So let's start off with format, right? So we will first offer more like a download version, so PC and Mac, so we can use it. The reason for that, though, I know this is not convenient because I also hated it. However, the first selling point of our product is very nice graphics. Compared to other so-called metaverse that you can see in other like offerings, a lot of the current metaverse, actually, the graphics is more like the games that we play when we were kids, right? Is not so satisfactory. Let me put it this way. So the first thing that we try to differentiate ourselves is our graphics. We offer very nice graphics metaverse. So in order to do that, then we have to do the PC and Mac version. However, like I say, it's not convenient. Let's say you and I want to socialize while we are waiting for a car or waiting for something. You want to go in there, maybe spending like 15, 30 minutes on it. So the next version, actually coming in, hopefully in about 2 months' time, we'll have a handout version. Then we can use it on Apple or like Android phone to access
Awesome.
that. So that is the format of it. Then another thing I want to point out is, okay, a lot of the metaverse built on the so-called layer one, right? They could be on Ethereum, Solana, so on and so forth. Another differentiator point of our metaverse is we are based on two systems. Okay, one is on Solana, so for most part of the world, they can just enjoy it. And we also based on another system that's particular for China, because China actually is very special, unique environment. They don't allow you to operate on token driven type of protocol. So we do have our own protocol. It's called Infinium. We built it with ourselves and also with MIT DCI because two of our founders we were from MIT. So we build on that. The purpose of it is we want to have a metaverse also could be able to operate in China. So we don't violate any regulatory there. We operate on a fiat system. So I think that represents a very interesting opportunity because most of the metaverse right now, they can offer something based on the fiat. So that is something that we want to offer to community members as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially when it comes to play to earn capabilities, being able to earn, straight in the fiat currency versus having to cash out into Solana, and then having,
Yeah.
both of those. That's really cool. And tell us a little bit more about how you're going to be able to actually earn, because obviously, it is going to be a play to earn platform.
Yeah, sure. So there are various ways to earn. Like we will try to phrase it as experience to earn even because playing game is one way. Let's say you invest in some of the characters or some of the assets they will offer, and then slowly you earn your reward through whatever missions that we offer you. Right, that's part of it. And also we are offering another situation is like we have a big street. The street actually there are some missions and there are some corporate partners, so we will offer different missions from time to time, so you go in there, do something that we hope you to achieve, and then you will be able also to gain some financial rewards. So for that, basically that's the category. For play to earn games, we'll start off with the three versus three strategic card that I mentioned as the heroes. The next one actually is a mobile game that is hugely popular in China and Hong Kong. So we will offer something. People like, oh, okay, I think I know how to play because like we based on a game mechanics very similar to another game that are hugely popular. So people don't need to earn. Obviously, we make a lot of changes on it, but people don't need to climb on a steep learning curve and start from scratch and learn how to play that. So that will be another game we're offering. So these are the games that we hope the community members can start off to play very easily and try to make some profit out of it.
So there's going to almost be like micro games within the metaverse, and then obviously you're going to have your flagship games that you're coming out with as
Yeah,
well. Yep.
yeah, you're right to your point. So we'll offer some flagship games. So that will be spending as a more enthusiastic gamers, you may be able to spend more time, taking more strategy and all that to play around. And there are some smaller, like you say, mini games or we call it social games. So you spend less time, but you can also make some money or maybe just killing some time. So we want to offer a gaming platform that fulfill different people's like lifestyle because sometimes there are kids that could spend a long time to play and all that, but there are some people working, they might only have half an hour in between, so we say okay, you can also play in that. So we offer different type of games.
And tell us a little bit about Hex Hero. So your flagship game you
Sure.
guys are launching with is going to be the Hex Hero. Yeah,
Yep.
how many NFTs will you need to own? How is that going to integrate with the main metaverse? Obviously, you've already told us that the Hex Hero avatars are going to be your avatar for the metaverse. But tell us a little bit more about all of that.
Sure, sure. So for the Hexa heroes, the so-called backstory of it is like, okay, let's say 50 years later, everybody tried to make their own very powerful type of robots, and they would play against each other. So the game side of it is that backstory. So I would need to buy three heroes, the pilots, and also three Hexa, which is the robots. I own it through different combination of it and also different breeding, you will have different type of robots. A pilot, basically is to enhance certain skill set of that robot. And then we're starting to fight each other. And then each game, depending on the time and the scores, and so we have a model how to reward the players. So that is basically the Hexa Hero system. And how to integrate with the main metaverse. So first of all, for the people that, the pilot that you bought, you still slowly building up. Like I say, you can use it as an avatar to go in. Let's say even go to the theme park that I mentioned earlier. You become part of you. So we want you to enjoy your game and say, okay, slowly you say, okay, this is really me. This is really my character, and then you can use it as one of your avatars to represent yourself. Because another thing is sometimes what's the beauty of the metaverse? Metaverse is you don't need to limit yourself in reality. Meaning, I look like this. No matter what clothes I dress, I can look substantially different, right? But in the metaverse, in the avatar, I can become whatever I want. So that we have some very interesting characters. There's one robot actually. The hat actually is a dog. It's like a Dogecoin. So you look like whatever coin that you like. Become your hat. And also, I could become my idol, Bruce Lee. Look like Bruce Lee with a really nice yellow jumpsuit and all that. So that would be the how the game and our metaverse being connected.
And will the hexahero avatars be used in your future games that you're coming out with? Because I know you also have some other games you're planning. Or will each game have its own avatar? Or will you be able to mix and match and everything like that?
Oh, excellent. Thank you for bringing it up. Yes. So our upcoming games, like the MOBA, actually you can continue to use the pilots that you bought from Hexa Hero to represent you in the game. So like the offering that actually you helped me to remind me to point it out is we want you to continue to use your assets through the different games because that's the beauty of Web3, right? Because like I always mentioned back in the day that I'm playing all my driving racing games no matter how much modification I do, how strong the cars become. Once they switch to a newer generation, all my cars stuck, older generation of the game. I can bring to my new version of the game, and I basically start over, right? But now, like I bought the characters in the Hexa Heroes. If I offer the second game or third game, so on and so forth, you don't really need to keep buying new assets to play different games. You can continue to use it. You can enjoy the characters you are building. So for the future games, we'll allow the players to continue to use the characters that they have been using.
Awesome. Will there be other NFTs for the future games that you're going to release?
Yep. So I think for the games, we'll continue to offer special NFT for that particular games. But like I say, if you have purchased something from previously, you obviously can choose whether you want to purchase the new ones or continue the old ones. And for the future NFT though, like that is one dropping in November that will be with a major IP. So that's the basically the ticket entering the theme park next year, early next year. And there will be some other entertainment event that we are hosting with some like a football club and also the some entertainment events like with singers or television shows. So that will be later part of the year as well. We're offering different NFT in the future.
And what's going to be the average buy-in for an NFT, each NFT, and then to be able to play each game? Because obviously the first one, the Hexa Hero, you need 3 of each. So just tell us a little bit about that, about the the buy-in price and the cost here per game to get in.
Okay, so obviously one major price is the Solana price. How much is Solana is going to be?
That's yeah, that is true. No one can
So
predict that, right?
yeah, the buying price for our Hexa Hero is about 4-ish Solana. So based on today's price, I think it's about 150 or so. That'll be the buying price for the games right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and if it goes up, it'll obviously increase, and hopefully it doesn't go down anymore. But yeah, so that
Yeah.
you're talking about 4 Solana per NFT or 4 Solana for all of them.
Altogether, sorry, or four NFT, four Solana for the whole thing to start the game because basically we offer each NFT around 0.88 Solana. So 6 of those is about four ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of already touched on this a little bit, but what additional games
Mm-hmm.
are you guys planning to come to the metaverse and to build out for this platform?
Yeah, sure. So, we'll start off with the strategic part, which is the types of heroes we have been talking about. The next game is going to be MOBA. So basically, it's like let's say group of 5 versus group of 5. So we're killing each other and trying to survive that thing. So that's will be our second game. And then also in between, we are going to offer some social games, like very so we social games. So basically, very simple. Let's say that's like something. We chase each other like obstacles and try to avoid that kind of thing. How to meet with each other. How to get out from the maze. The soonest this type of game. So we'll offer different type for because I'm sure a lot of people have the case in different games. So we're trying to offer something different so that everybody will have something that they could enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds really good to be able to, do a few social things and then get in and battle each other. And then, like you said, different people like to be able to play different games. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and how can I purchase the token, the Meta or the metg? How can I purchase metg right now?
Oh, okay. So the two different ways. First of all, you could go to our website, sign up a MetaGaia wallet. Inside that, actually, you can purchase the tokens through credit card. Okay, so that price actually is essentially the same price at our future IDO, hopefully, because I think the another way is through exchange. Right now, the token offering is pushed 1 quarter forward because of the current environment, but very soon you should be able to also purchase it through exchange.
Okay, that sounds good. You guys are kind of waiting. Hopefully, the market rebounds here, and we'll be doing a little bit better across the board with the
Hope
crypto
so.
market.
Hopefully, I wish I could say that it can't get worse than now,
Yeah.
because I think, yeah, because I think, I honestly, the my big belief is there's always a crash like this because this is not the first time we've seen it. Like I say, our company started off early 2018. Actually, that was a time that we just had a big crash because in 2017, there's a lot of ICO projects and there's a crash. It takes almost a year to come back. And then actually in 2021, there's a smaller scale of crash, mainly due to the China regulations. It dropped a little bit. And then that time, I think it takes about 5 months to come back. So this time, I think it should be somewhere around that, honestly. Well, obviously, the crash was based on because of the Luna, and then there's a huge hedge fund got busted and all that. So a lot of dumping because of people try to unwind the position. So that was a pretty unique situation. It's not like people don't believe in crypto and try to dump it off. I don't believe. It's more like, unfortunately, one really big market cap token somehow failed, and then there's one heavily backed investor go down with it, and then the whole situation got dragged. Hopefully, after the dust come down, we can come back from there. I do believe that because a young technology like this always need to come back several times, go through several times, bust, and and go back type of cycle.
Absolutely. And the best news is, the best thing to be doing in the bear market is building. So when we return to the bull
Yeah,
market, you guys are ready to rock and roll. Tell us a
yeah,
little bit of,
indeed.
yeah, tell us a little bit more about the token and the tokenomics, and everything about the token that you guys are working into the metaverse here.
Sure. The tokens, I think we'll try to build out different situation and environment for people to use it. I think that's very key because you need a lot of way for people to use it so that you can have an ecosystem for people to use so that the token price will go up. So that's why we have a social part of it. We have shopping with game. We try to make the adoption easier for different type of people. So that is the tokens. Is like utility tokens for people to go in, play our games, and also the theme park, different things. Then for the tokenomics, actually the way we do it is there are some early investors. So we were lucky that we were able to raise a pretty good sum of money to the past 2 3 years. So there are some tokens owned by the early investor. We have about 15% owned by the team, and the rest, actually, large portion, we leave it to community members or marketing, try to build up the ecosystem. So it's about 20-ish percent. Actually, we leave it to community members. So whoever believe in a project, I hope by buying into our tokens, actually they can enjoy the fortune and also the success of the project, like the team.
Excellent. And what else can we expect here coming into the future? The next couple months. What do you guys have planned for us?
Sure. So the next few months, we are very focused. The next few months, actually, the first is to get that next NFT dropping, the major IP dropping. So that's one key thing. I think that the parent company of that IP also hugely confident in our project, so that they also as strategic partners of a project. So you know at the time around November. So that is something that we focus on. And also now for the hexahero, we will have probably the last two heroes offering in the later part of the year. I personally really like the next character. Is a very beautiful lady that we built out with a lot of like a nice armory type thing. So that's another character we hope the community members will like. So that will be the two major things. And also, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have one entertainment events for people to go in and socialize, enjoy. So what we can offer in the metaverse, because I think our MetaGaia, we try to have an environment for people to go in to enjoy some concerts or even TV shows. So that will be also later part, if not the early part of next year.
Yeah, it's really great. I got a chance to play the demo, and the graphics are all great. It's really smooth, plays
Thank
well.
you.
So yeah, I'm excited to get in there with some more people when it opens up to the public. Can you tell us about the whitelist coming for the hexahero?
Yeah, sure. So that's one actually right about to start in our Discord. So you can go sign up. That is for the character that I just mentioned, for the very beautiful female characters that we built. So that is coming. And also there are some whitelists that we're giving away for people to like you have a first-hand experience of a MetaGaia. So you can go in, experience our project, and tell us you like, you don't like. We'll also give some reward to people who give us very useful feedback. So that will be the two whitelists that we are offering right now.
Good. I have a little bit of feedback I can send to you after.
Okay.
I did
All
take a
right.
few notes and everything while I was in
All
there.
right.
So yeah, for sure. That
Excellent.
sounds really
Excellent.
great.
Excellent. I appreciate
Um,
that. Appreciate that.
do you want to plug your social media, your Discord channel? Do you have, obviously probably Twitter, maybe an
Yep.
Instagram, or where can we go to
Yep.
follow you and find out more information?
Thank you. So Discord, predominantly, I think that will be the social channel we want to communicate with the community members, because there's a lot of information that we'll share in the Discord channels. However, obviously, sometimes you don't hang out with Discord all the time. So Instagram and Twitter. Also, you can have some latest news, but maybe that will be like more like the highlight of something is coming. If you want to know more, always go to our Discord, and I think you will see the most part of it.
Sure, and I'll have those linked in the description below for everybody watching. If you guys want, go ahead and click those links and get in there in their Discord, join up, start chatting. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a really great metaverse. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yep. Was there anything else you wanted to plug or cover here?
Sure. I think the thing is, I encourage for people, for viewers that enjoying this program, feel free to check out our Discord, and definitely try to sign up for the waitlist of MetaGuide, because we want people to go in and tell us what they like, what they don't like. So feel free to go in there and share with your thoughts. And I think that will be the thing that I hope to achieve through your channel and your viewers to help us to make our project better.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you again for coming on the channel here on BitRush Crypto. Maybe we can do it again once we get, once we're launched, we're live. You guys can give us maybe some more updates and all of that. But we really appreciate you coming on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Thank you, everyone.